let's take a look at the market in NBA 2K23, my team, before we proceed too far into the unlimited wastelands that I planned on going. So, we got new cards today, I guess. You know, I'll be honest, when they first announced these cards, I automatically, because I'm pessimistic for sure, just assumed they were like the, what was it, dynamic ratings cards of last year, where they were just going simply to muddy the odds, which they are definitely doing that 100%. Like, I mean, let's not get past the fact that the intention of these cards really is to muddle the odds for future releases, because I bet, you know, the odds are going to go up. It's going to look a little bit better from an odds perspective, but the odds are still going to be just as bad to get the cards from the new sets, you know? But we got some new Dark Matters. We got like a Durant, a Booker, LeBronathan. We got Anthony Davis, Tyler Hero, which I find hysterical because it's just level 40 Tyler Hero. It's the exact same, I'm pretty sure, to a T. Like, there's nothing different whatsoever. Jimmy Butler is actually the one that I'm most excited about, believe it or not. The reason being, they're going to be too expensive for me to afford initially, but the Jimmy Butler is basically just the same as the out-of-position Jimmy Butler. He just doesn't play point guard, which I know is like a meh for people, but I don't really care that much. These two Kawhis are the same. And we also got a slew of new opals, so let's talk about those here. So where are the playoff ones? Here we go, the NBA playoffs. So we got a bunch of new opals. We got a bunch of new rubies, too. Now, is that Myers Leonard? No, dude. No, bro. No, there's no way. Oh, man. Oh, talk about a comeback. You know what? Whatever. He redeemed himself, I guess. He repented. Is that a Motorola logo? They're still a thing? The Razor was fire back in 2004, man. I remember it. Paris Hilton had the bedazzled one, dude. It was hot. But these cards are actually kind of decent, like the rubies. We actually haven't gotten rubies really outside of like the, you know, season whatever cards that you grind for. So it's like cool to see some rubies. Do they have like quick jump shots and stuff? I'm curious to see that. So let me just click like PJ Tucker. Yeah, they do. They have like quick jump shots and stuff. That's actually kind of cool. This is a little bit more exciting than I had anticipated. I know it sounds stupid to be excited about like ruby cards with quick jump shots, but for like limited purposes and like offline grinding purposes, these are kind of cool, you know, whatever. I didn't expect to get like an updated Lamar Stevens at any point with like a, oh, he's got a normal jump shot. No, why? No, dude, some of these really suck. What about Jake LaRavia? I don't know much about this guy, but he's got Wenyen Gabriel on normal. No, they hoed them. Thought they were at least gonna have updated jumpers on these. 2K, no. Why must you forsake me? I'm trying to ball out with Anthony Lamb, dog, and I can't do that because he's got Yuta on normal. No. All right. Anyways, that's disappointing, but whatever. I mean, I guess I don't know. That's actually kind of took the wind out of my sails. Wait, is that Joe Ingles? Yeah, they got Joe Ingles' nipples featured heavily in this card art. Like, look at this man. He's got some super hard nips out here. Imagine sweating this much and also having rock hard nips, man. Joe Ingles. This is peak athlete, right? Joe Ingles is going to be one of those guys that in like 20 years, whoever the next star is, if it's Wembanyama, if he doesn't destroy every ligament in his leg, where they're like, see, Victor's way better than LeBron. LeBron played against plumbers. Look at this guy. They're going to point to guys like Joe Ingles, I swear to God. Like, it's the same thing that they do with Jordan. Jordan will play against some old, like, bench scrub that's just on the team for, like, legacy reasons. And they'll be like, see, Jordan played against plumbers. Ingles will be that guy, I swear to God. Him and, like, Grayson Allen. And probably Pat Connaughton. Like, 3 dudes on the Milwaukee roster for sure. As to why, like, Giannis wasn't actually good, and, like, whoever the next Giannis is better. But take a look at how much these cards are actually going for. Probably quite a bit. This is going to hurt. And when I say hurt, I mean it's going to lower the value on some of the cards. Like Dark Matter and Opal Giannis are probably going to be cheaper due to the fact that this Giannis exists. But these cards are all super expensive. The reason being is they added them to the packs that were already out. And people aren't exactly going to go rip packs for these cards when they all have versions that are the same. Like, there's certain cards like Brook Lopez that doesn't have a new version. I think this is the first Chris Middleton we've gotten in a long period of time. But Bobby Portis, it's the same as the pink diamond that we had for Bobby Portis, you know, stuff like that. Boston got some. We got Tatum. He's the same as All-Star Tatum. Why Tatum isn't a dark matter, not entirely sure. Why is Blake Griffin? Come on, man. Opal Blake's the same as basically Opal Blake. I think he's got one additional Hoff badge, but whatever. Jaylen Brown's out here. That's cool. Malcolm Brogdon. He's an Opal, so he's a... Is that a 10 Hoff badge Opal? So they deadass just made him the same as the pink diamond. That's kind of weird. I mean, yeah, that's the fact of the matter. There's some that are cool, I guess. Like, they are filler, though, because they're all the same as, like, old cards that have come out from some of these guys. Like, I'm happy to see some guys got updated cards, for sure. Like, I'm pretty sure Robert Williams is the same as just, like, the Amethyst we got in, like, Season 1 or 2 or whatever. Like, I don't know, man. I'm not exactly stoked on this. I just know that, like, the first Dark Matter that I pull in a while... I'll get to what happened earlier today. In like a Friday drop is gonna be one of these. Like I just know it. Shout out to DeAnthony Melton. Hell yeah, dog. That's what I'm talking about. I'm not really overly excited about any of these cards. Like most of the guys that have higher tier cards already, and they're basically just skins. Like even Seti Osman, it's the exact same as his pink diamond that you got from doing the KG challenges. And there's just cards that have so many. Like, we got, like, 14 Julius Randles already, dude. And they're all, like, the exact same. RJ Barrett's the same as his pink diamond. That's why they're annoying filler things. Now, 2K has talked about how, as their playoff performances go, they're going to, like, upgrade the cards. Now, if they were to do it in MLB The Show type way, where they just come out and upgrade the cards, that would be one thing. But you know it's going to be, like, an annoying series of Evos instead. Which is going to be so frustrating. So 2K takes a gameplay loop that other games have either perfected or done well enough, and then they just put their own super frustrating spin on it. And you just know that's what they're going to do here. You know, instead of taking, let's say, Dorian Finney-Smith, let's say he blows up in the playoffs, has like a fantastic game, instead of just outright upgrading Dorian Finney-Smith and just making him like a 99 overall, you know, with the little like up arrow on it or something, they're going to give him an Evo that's going to require you to, like, get 14 steals in a game or something. Like, it's just going to be so annoying. And I think that's what kills a lot of the hype for these cards. Like, straight up. Now, look, am I excited to see, like, random dudes like Day'Ron Sharp get cards? Yes, obviously. Of course. You know I like a random name, man. Sadiq Bey. Cool stuff. Now, there is some MT to be made, I guess. I mean, if you planned on opening packs on a Saturday anyway, because you didn't yesterday... there's more opportunities to make MT because all these cards are going to be super expensive because no one's going to have them initially. But similar to the Bracket Buster set, as the season progresses, these cards are all going to be dirt cheap because they're going to be in every single pack, and you know the odds to pull a lot of these guys are going to be significantly higher than the actual cards in the set. Think about it this way. When you look at the packs already, like, we're already kind of muddying the odds by having additional heroes in the set. So, like, looking at the Heroic pack, for instance, like, you can pull Hero Speedy Claxton, you can pull Hero Jordan Poole, you can pull Hero Paul George, right? Cool. Or not Paul George, I'm sorry, Durant. Right? As the season progresses, not only are there going to be every single hero that's been released in these packs with these terrible odds that they have regardless, it's also going to include all of these playoff cards too. So it's just going to get worse and worse and worse and worse. Like, that's the problem, is like pretty soon you're going to have sub 2% dark matter odds, right? But there's going to be 17 dark matters in the packs. Like, so it's just going to get worse and worse. So anyways, I don't think there's anything inherently wrong with these playoff cards and how they implemented them. Granted, none of these cards are really overpowered, so it would have been a lot better to see them add this as a, I don't know, grind would have been cool. Even if they lowered all the gem tiers by one gem tier and made them grindable, I think that would have been significantly better than what we got here. I get it, like, people are like, oh yeah, I'm going to make MT off of these or whatever. People get so weird about making MT that they don't realize that just making MT is not a fun part of the game. Like, that I think they're kind of overlooking how better this would be if these were just grindable cards. Like, if they had a series of playoff challenges, either historical or current, that you could earn these cards throughout the playoffs. I just feel like that would be significantly better. even I don't even care about updating the cards really. Like whatever. I mean, you want to make them carbon copies of cards on the market, that's fine. But just make them grindable in some capacity. But here we are having to pack all these things. Everything this year has been pack content, and it's so irritating, man. Are there any of these cards that are good that you should actually pick up for your team? No. No, especially not right now, because they're all going to be super, 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 super expensive. And most of these cards have other versions that you can get for free or cheaper. Like in the instance of like Torian Prince, for instance, like his Moments card you can get for what, 125 tokens, and it's the same. Rudy Gobert, the same as the one you get from grinding the KG challenges. So, you know, it doesn't really matter. And yeah, I mean, you're still more likely to pull current Series 2 Opal Joel Embiid than you are NBA playoffs Joel Embiid. Like, let's keep it 100% accurate here. Like, you are significantly more likely to pull like Embiid or Jokic from the current series than you are from the NBA playoffs thing. It just muddles the odds even more. I didn't really talk about the elemental packs yesterday. Let's talk about the cards real quick. Malachi Branham, I think. I don't know. I don't know anything about this card. He's like aggressively okay. It's like the best way I can describe him. He's like pretty okay. Fine. He's fine. He's like 3,000 MT, I think. So go off if you want him. Mo Bamba is like a premier budget center. I use him as my budget backup center, and he's fun. He can't really dribble the ball. His jump shot I actually like quite a bit. There's not a massive difference between the hero one and the standard one. It's literally the biggest difference, besides some like ball handling and like glove, is going to be gold to Hoff range. Personally, I don't think it's a massive issue. So this one is significantly cheaper, and if you're looking for a good budget backup center, like here's your guy right here. He's super cheap. He's very, very good, and he stacks up well with most centers with that 7'11" wingspan. Jeff Green, hey, another premier budget wing. Fun card. I actually like him. Haven't picked him up yet, but I'm typically a very big fan of Jeff Green, and all I've been hearing is praise over this card. So I'll probably pick him up today and just run him for fun because he's like 3,000 MT. Jay Crowder's Jay Crowder. Like, he's just there. If you want him, cool. If you don't, just ignore him. Doesn't matter. Peter Gudmundsson. This card was hyped to shit, dude. Everyone hyped this card so hard. Why, you ask? Is he extremely special? Does he have like a specifically good, I don't know, dribble sigs, jump shot? The jump shot's actually decent. He's got the Wang release, the Malachi Flynn. It's pretty good on very quick. But what's the real reason people hype this card? He's 7'2", and the budget centers we have this year are absolute dog shit. So that's the whole reason. And he can shoot. He's got an 88 3-pointer. That is solely the reason people are hyped on this card. He's 7'2", and he can stretch the floor. So he, by definition, is the best budget center in the game because he's the biggest one, and he can still shoot. Like Mark Eaton, still the biggest budget center, but he can't shoot. Gudmundsson, just a shade smaller than him, but he can shoot. He's still like 60K, and I mean, is he worth that? Yes. Unless you're playing at a high level, though, it's probably just more beneficial for you to pick up Mo Bamba for like 9,000 MT than it is to spend 60K plus for Peter Gudmundsson. Though, it is a white guy with a mustache, so I do kind of want him. I just don't want to spend that kind of cheddar on him. Kuzma's really good. His hero version is obviously better, but this version is very serviceable. He plays lockdown defense, has great defensive tendencies, and he's got a great jump shot. Kuzma's actually probably the best he's been in years. Ever. No, probably ever this year. It's really good. So, Jalen Williams, I cannot tell you how horrific this jump shot is. This jump shot sucks so bad. Insert, like, sex worker joke here, I guess. But, like, this jump shot is so horrendous. I tried to give him a pass. I was like, you know what? He's probably not as bad as everyone's making it sound. He can't be. Then I went to play just an offline game with him, and I was like, oh my god, this is the worst jump shot I think I've used all year. It's so bad. The fact that he's still even like over 10K is baffling to me. Please, 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 please do not buy this card. It's so bad. Cat's cat. I mean, if you've used one cat card this year, you've used them all. They're all the same. Like, his jump shot's a little bit faster, but it still is kind of meh. But he's got a big body and gets a lot of rebounds, and he's a good power forward, and he's fine, you know. I don't really think there's anything wrong with him. Nothing inherently special. Drawson's a lot better than you'd realize. It's just we have so many shooting guards. The new jump shot, like that Seth Curry base, is really good. He's basically got the Ricky Davis base. That Brogdon upper is disgusting, but you can get used to it. It's not that bad. It's nice to see things like Chris Paul size up and like Kyrie size up and like Chris Paul escape. It's just nice to see like a mixture of dribble sigs. Not every card needs to be T-Mac and stuff, you know. But still, he's okay. Steve Nash is Steve Nash. You're not going to like him. I love this card art because you can't even tell it's Steve Nash. Like, it just looks like that. You know when you go to the gym and there's that older guy with, like, long hair that insists on just walking around naked and then just, like, exclusively hangs out in the sauna, I would assume, looking to exchange hand jobs. That's what this guy looks like. I don't mean to discredit Steve Nash, though honestly it wouldn't surprise me if he was, like, a trying to get handies at a sauna kind of guy. Honestly, he gives me those vibes. He's either that or the most dedicated family man and the nicest guy in the world. There's really no in between with Steve Nash, but yeah, it's Steve Nash, man. You know what you're getting at this point. Dwight Howard, anything that should convince you that the odds are horrendous is really that this Dwight Howard card is still almost 500 KMT. Not that the card sucks really bad, but it's just like, I don't think anyone wants Dwight Howard like that. So why he's this expensive, I don't understand, truly. I mean, he's fine. He looks good. If he came out like a month ago, he'd be fantastic. But Kawhi Leonard, he's more expensive than Kawhi, which I think is kind of crazy. Kawhi's Kawhi. Like, he's good, but he's just not, with Terry and T-Mac out, he's just not that special. Though he's fun. He's obviously going to play lockdown defense and be a very, very good shooting guard. He's not going to, like, break the game the way those guys do. This MJ being... This is name recognition alone. There's no reason people are picking this card up outside of him just being MJ, which I respect. So, cool. And then we got the actual hero cards, man. This is the most expensive card we've seen this entire year, which I guess kind of makes sense due to the combination of it being a good card and the fact that it's Michael Jordan, but... Jesus Christ, like, seeing this card consistently go for like 3 million MT is nuts when they supposedly cracked down on MT selling, you know what I mean? Which they didn't. I mean, they banned people, but that's the extent of it. People just load up a kajillion MT and then take a 10-day ban, usually, or a 30. Don't really lose sleep over it. My team's super boring at this point in time. Is he worth this? I mean, probably not. The reason I say that, I mean, you could literally get... How much is T-Mac right now? T-Mac is so expensive again, but honestly, he's still half the price of Jordan. So I know Jordan plays point guard, but realistically, how much better is Jordan than like Jimmy Butler? I don't think enough to warrant 3 million MT personally, but I think a lot of it has to do with the hero lock-in. So there's that. But he should come down in price, kind of similar to Kevin Durant at a certain point, but with the change in base, I don't know if he does. It's tough to say. Yeah, I'm curious as to what's going on there. I mean, the whole MT buying crackdown was supposed to quote unquote lower the price of cards, but really the only thing that does that is stellar pack odds are better. I don't think 2K cares enough to really do anything about that at this stage. Like, I really don't think they do. And I would say it's a shame, but I honestly don't care anymore. So, hey, it is what it is. Anyways, I actually opened 2 packs earlier. Right before I started stream. And I pulled this Paul George, which, you know, goddamn it. Of course, never when I'm recording anything, I swear. The only time I ever pack anything even remotely good is when I'm just opening a pack randomly. Here we go. Doesn't make any sense. I opened 2 packs, and not like Twitter 2 packs where it's like, yo, I got this out 1 single, but bro, you opened 100 singles, but whatever, go off, King. I literally opened 2 singles, and I got him and Terrence Ross, and then I opened like 3 more afterwards, and I got like a bunch of playoff guys that I'm trying to sell right now, which won't sell for the amount that I put them up. Don't open packs still, and I'll see y'all later, you know what I mean?